What's going on? It's Justeeni here, and today we've got a pretty interesting Bardur mirror between me and CSXOD. So let's just get right into it. So turn 0, pretty simple. We just go for a workshop. Opening's just going to be pretty standard until we get to turn 3. You see I get organization here instead of forestry, which you'd typically see with this sort of thing. Mostly just because I'm trying to get really fast development, because it gives me that level 3 capital right away, and it lets me level up my second city, get a workshop, so then I've already got 8 star per turn leading into turn 4. I meet the opponent here, level up my city again, so then I'll have 9 star per turn, and then from here, I go for archery on turn 4, and again, things are kind of even other than that. And you can also see that the opponent has archery because this warrior here has a defense boost on the forest. So I have to play around that. I see an archer on this capital. But again, I've got a lot of economy. This explorer here, probably not actually a good idea, because if we go back here, it's got a lot of different directions it can go. It can either go this way, which I want. It can go kind of this way, possibly towards the lighthouse or this corner, which I don't want. Or it can go kind of in the middle, which I also don't want. I really only wanted to go towards the opponent. So I probably should have held off if I had moved my warrior over here and uncovered all these fog tiles. Then gone the explorer next turn. Probably would have been a better idea. Or just gone a workshop. Instead, I played it a little risky, and it happens to pay off, but that doesn't stop it from being a misplay still. But despite that, I am in a pretty good position. Right here, just making a bunch of archers. The opponent's trying to defend, but you can really see, again, I'm really putting the archer spam on. Like, instead of making a warrior in this front city, it's just another archer. And the archers are going to be really significant. They're just kind of mowing everything down. And again, just tons of archers. Look at how many archers there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 archers on the map. Just pure archer spam. And honestly, there's not really a very good way to deal with it. So, the opponent tries their best. But it's just so overwhelming. I get a nice siege with the warrior, and this warrior too, and this double siege pretty much seals the deal. I get riding for a rider, so then I can prepare another siege, and then I hit him with a really nice tactic here at the end. I get road, and make 2 roads, hit that, move on the city, kill that, and now they can't break these sieges. And that's the game. It's a pretty short game, so we'll also run it back from the opponent's point of view and see what they did. So they start, also a pretty typical opening. Turn 1, warrior, and they go with the forestry. So a little bit of a different approach, but it does make sense. They don't have enough fruit for the level 3 capital, and they get the really early explorer in their second city. It's a very nice explorer, but it could have gone very wrong. It could have gone this way, so I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it. But they just train warriors, they save their stars, and then they get archery themselves. And then from here, they defend. Yeah, I actually don't know about this warrior on capital, oddly enough. I think it would actually be better as an archer, because I can hit it with this 5 HP warrior, but it's actually not going to deal that much damage. I think it deals like maybe 4 damage, maybe even less than that. I'd have to check. But it's not very threatening, and the archer's just going to be so much better on defense, so maybe a misplay here. Not too sure about the warrior. And they're able to find their village here. This warrior's doing his thing, exploring back. And he levels up this city. Gets an archer. Yeah, he was actually pop capped in his capital. Kind of from earlier, he just wasn't able to develop it, which is a bit unfortunate for him. But that's kind of how things are sometimes. I definitely did have the better spawn. The 3 fruiting cap definitely enabled a lot. He gets this city. And then this warrior doesn't seem good at all, because if we go back and we look at my point of view again, if he doesn't drain anything there, I actually can't siege. There's no way for me to siege. He can just back his archers off a little bit, and I wouldn't be able to siege either city, which is definitely not ideal, but if he was planning to get this village, which I think he should have done as well, if he had gotten this village, then he would be able to train some archers here. He just really needs to hold on to things, and the archers can do that. It's still definitely not easy. These archers are definitely tough to deal with, but he should take advantage of these a little more as a resource. Because when he trains the warriors, things just fall apart immediately. Like, he just gets double sieged. I think this archer is also just way too aggressive. It's just gonna die. So, yep, there's again the double siege, because he trained the warriors there. And from this point, there's really nothing he can do. He unsieges, but he just doesn't have enough stars to do anything. So it's just a forced loss from here. But a very short game, but a pretty interesting game nonetheless. There are a lot of interesting opportunities. I'm interested to hear what you have to say in the comments about this. If there's anything I missed, maybe some misplays that I made that I didn't notice, or that the opponent made, or really anything else. But that's all for this one. Have a good one.